This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 279. Successful Parenting 101, The Must-Have Ingredients, Part 1. And Successful Parenting 101, The Must-Have Ingredients, Part 2, by Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com. Hey, I'm your host, Joss Marie, and I narrate to you from some pretty outstanding relationship blogs every Monday through Friday. I cover dating, friendship, marriage, family, and as you know, pretty much anything else relationship-based. Also, I'd just like to say thanks to Canaday for sponsoring today's episode. Canaday is an independent and family-owned pet food company who uses the same care and the same quality ingredients they want for their own pets when making their pet foods. Go to canaday.com/podcast to try Canaday for free by requesting a free sample and get other special offers too. That's CANIDAE.com/podcast. Today, I'm actually going to narrate 2 parenting posts from Lisa Merlo-Booth that tie together. So with that, let's keep this intro nice and short and start optimizing your life. Successful Parenting 101, The Must-Have Ingredients, Part 1, by Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com. Parenting is the most difficult job in the world to do well. It requires love, guidance, limits, patience, acceptance, amazing boundaries, and healthy self-esteem. Yikes! How many people in the world have all of the former? The following is a cheat sheet of what I have found to be the most important aspects of good parenting. Number 1, confidence in yourself. It is vital that you see yourself as a competent, able individual. If you don't, your children will see right through your insecurities and be forever testing you. You need to remember that your children are much younger and less experienced in life than you are. Have faith in yourself and your ability to guide them. Know that some of your decisions are not going to be liked, and that is okay. Also know that sometimes you will not know what the right decision is. Not knowing the right move just makes you human, so don't fret. Get help, ask other parents for advice, read parenting books, or talk to professionals. No one knows everything. Number 2, willingness to set limits. Know that kids need limits. When they don't have them, they feel out of control and begin to act out of control. Be clear about what is and is not okay in your home, and explicitly state those rules to your children. Also, clearly state in advance what the consequences will be should they choose to disobey the rules. Number 3, ability to follow through with limits. This is one of the number 1 areas where parents mess up. Too often, we want our kids to like us rather than learn from us. When we get caught up in wanting to be liked, we let a lot of things go. We think if our kids are mad at us, they will hate us forever. This is our issue and needs to be dealt with if we have any hope of raising healthy kids. Set the limit and then walk away if you can't deal with the tears. Whatever you do, though, do not take back the limit. Number 4, be present and spend time with your children. The number 1 thing children crave from their parents is time, hands down. If you chose to have kids, then it is your job to spend time with them. This does not mean just being in the same room looking at your computer while they're watching TV, a task I have done myself too often. All our children want is attention. When we give it to them, we all benefit. Spending time with children is one of the best ways to build their self-esteem. It shows them they are important. And number 5, ability to allow children to learn from their mistakes rather than micromanaging them so they don't make any. There are way too many controlling parents in the world. We need to back off and allow our children to learn from their mistakes. We need to allow them to figure things out on their own. Stop doing your child's homework for them. It's their grade, not yours. Stop hovering over them, reminding them what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. Let them falter and learn by those mistakes. Challenge. Think about the prior 5 ingredients to good parenting and pick the one you need the most work on. Focus all of your parenting energy on the one you need the most improvement on and pay attention to the results you notice. It will take at least 2 to 4 weeks to see significant results. Next, listen to my follow-up post for the next 5 tips and do the same. Good luck. And I actually have Lisa's second post for you in a sec. But first, I want to say thank you again to Canaday for sponsoring another show. Canaday is pet food made by pet people, and they've been making great foods for their pets and yours since 1996. Working with farmers and suppliers for the best ingredients, establishing their Texas cookery, and taking the first steps at Canaday Farms toward getting involved in the growing of some of the ingredients they use are all important parts of their commitment to pets and their people. Billy can't seem to get enough of his Canada food, and I actually feel really good about giving it to him. Not only because it's grain-free, but it seems to be gentle on his stomach. Go to Canada.com/podcast to try Canada for free by requesting a free sample, and you can get other special offers too. That's CANIDAE.com/podcast. Again, that's Canada.com/podcast to try Canada for free. Successful Parenting 101, The Must-Have Ingredients, Part 2, by Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com. Here are the remaining 5 tips for being a good parent as a follow-up from my last post. Number 1, a backbone and good boundaries. Doing the right thing as a parent is incredibly hard. Seldom are our children going to run up to us and give us a hug after we take their phone or computer away. Often our rules are met with backtalk and 1,000 variations of I hate you. We need good boundaries. Read my post on boundaries for a refresher. We need to know that they're struggling to handle their anger and don't always mean what they say. Now, of course, if our child is 17 and still saying that, we may need to be a bit more worried. Number 2, warmth and ability to show love with actions and words, not just by providing for. I've worked with many adults who were impacted by the lack of affection of their parents. They had mothers who were great at dinners, housework, and limits, but had no idea how to be affectionate or warm. This isn't okay. As parents, we need to do our own work and make sure we can be good parents to our children. Children want to be and feel loved. It's our job to make sure we show them they are. Give hugs, say you love them, pat them on the back, be playful, ruffle their hair, and so on. Warm up. If this is hard for you, then get help. Your children need it. Number 3, an absence of technology when called for. This goes along with being present. Stop multitasking and be present. Look your children in the eyes when they're talking to you. Be interested in their stories. Watch a movie by watching the movie, not by reading a book while the movie's on. Show your kids you care by actually caring enough to be with them and giving them your undivided attention. Number 4, acceptance of who your child is. Know your child and love them for their quirkiness. If your child is outgoing and active, don't try to change that by constantly telling them to settle down. Go with his or her energy whenever possible and learn to love your child for who they are, not who you wish they could be. And number 5, conversation. Talk to your children and know what's going on in their life. Who are their friends? What do they love to do? Who's their favorite teacher and why? What are they most afraid of? What do they want to be when they grow up? Ask questions, get curious, and keep your finger on the pulse of their lives. Check their email and texting. Many kids will need a lot of guidance around what is appropriate and not appropriate. Be their eyes. There are so many aspects to parenting that I could go on forever. The bottom line is be present, loving, and set limits. If you're able to focus on these 3 main principles, the rest should work itself out. Remember, very few people on their deathbed ever wish they had worked harder in their careers. Most wish they had had better relationships. Make that happen today. Challenge. Think over the 5 ingredients to good parenting and pick the one you need to most work on. Focus all of your parenting energy on the one in which you need the most improvement and pay attention to what you notice. It will take at least 2 to 4 weeks to see significant results. You just listened to the post titled Successful Parenting 101, The Must-Have Ingredients, Part 1, and Successful Parenting 101, The Must-Have Ingredients, Part 2, by Lisa Merlo-Booth of lisamerlobooth.com. Thanks to Lisa for sharing these posts. I'm going to pick out the one ingredient from each post that I can improve on and work on that. And then I'll probably move on to the next one that I could improve on. Good luck if you choose to do the same. But that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the posts. Have a great rest of your day, and come on back again tomorrow for the final show of the week, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more, from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.